Greetings everyone! Happy Thursday and welcome back to my channel. So the Internal Revenue Service just sent out another batch of $1,400 third stimulus checks. This is really exciting news for all of you who have not received your third stimulus payment yet. I will also be sharing the latest fourth stimulus check news in today's video. Thank you everyone for being here today. Tomorrow evening, I will be giving away a $75 Amazon gift card. To enter the giveaway, all you need to do is subscribe to my channel, share and like the video, and also comment below. Thank you so much everyone. A new wave of $1,400 stimulus payments has just been sent out. Now the total number of third stimulus checks that have been issued is approximately 164 million, or about $386 billion worth. This new batch includes more than 1.1 million economic relief payments. That is representing more than $2 billion. According to the IRS, about 600,000 of those stimulus payments were made using direct deposit, while the rest were sent via paper check. So if you are still waiting for your third stimulus check to arrive, please keep an eye on your bank account and mailboxes. It is likely you will finally get your stimulus payment this week. The new payments mark the 8th batch sent since Congress approved the checks in March. Most Americans are eligible for the payment. The checks are for up to $1,400 per individual, as well as $1,400 per eligible dependent, as long as recipients fall under certain income thresholds and meet other requirements. CNBC says much of the money sent in this round was prompted once the IRS processed tax returns. More than 585,000 payments worth more than $1.2 billion were sent to people the IRS did not previously have on record and who had just recently filed their returns. The latest batch also included more than 570,000 plus-up payments worth about $1 billion to people who the IRS found were eligible for new or additional sums after processing their tax returns. If you do not end up receiving your third stimulus check this week, you may get your payment next week. The government plans to continue to issue new payments on a weekly basis. The IRS is also urging those who do not typically file taxes to submit a return this year in order to get their payments, including the homeless and rural poor.
But even with the changes, many had to furlough or lay off workers or close entirely. The restaurant I visited today went from 55 employees to just 7 before it started to bounce back. Now, as we vaccinate Americans, customers are coming back. Our vaccination progress and our economic recovery is going hand in hand. As that happens, we want to make sure that our restaurants, bars, and other dining establishments can staff back up, and they can come back as well. Right now, only about a quarter of the restaurant owners expect to return to normal operations in the next 6 months. We can do much better than that with the American Rescue Plan. The Restaurant Revitalization Fund, that's what it's called, the Revitalization Fund, will provide direct relief to restaurants and to hard-hit food establishments, bars, bakeries, food stands, food trucks, and caterers. Businesses that get grants can use it to cover payroll, rent, utilities, supplies, everything they need to stay open and to reopen. We're opening the doors of this program so that restaurants all over the country can open their doors again. We started accepting applications on Monday. Today's Wednesday. We made it quick and easy to apply. Within the first 2 days, there were 186,200 applications.
Federal beneficiaries are also encouraged to file tax returns to ensure eligible dependents also receive their stimulus money. But some Americans may not receive a stimulus check. Those without a Social Security number and non-resident aliens are not eligible for the direct payment. Married taxpayers who file jointly, where one spouse has a Social Security number and the other does not, will get one $1,400 payment, in addition to $1,400 for any child with a Social Security number. Also, taxpayers with individual taxpayer identification numbers are not eligible for the payments. If you had a baby in 2021 and meet the rest of the eligibility criteria, you can claim the additional $1,400 per child when you file your 2021 taxes. If you had a child in 2020 and your return has been processed, you should automatically get the additional payment. Some of you have asked whether you have to pay back these stimulus checks. The answer is no, you do not have to pay it back. It also does not reduce any refund you would otherwise receive. The IRS said the following about the first round of checks. No, there is no provision in the law requiring repayment of an economic impact payment. Alrighty everyone, so how many lawmakers currently support a fourth round of stimulus checks for Americans? Currently, we have over 70 lawmakers in Congress who are urging President Joe Biden to pass another round of stimulus payments to help Americans who are still struggling financially during this crisis. According to a recent analysis from the Urban Brookings Tax Policy Center, a fourth stimulus check could lift more than 7 million people out of poverty. And just wouldn't that be amazing? Roughly 2/3 of Americans have said that the latest $1,400 third stimulus checks will not last them more than 3 months. That is why Democratic lawmakers are also pushing President Biden to extend other stimulus measures, including the duration of unemployment benefits and the child tax credit payment program. Job growth has been growing, but very slowly. Top economists say it may take several years for the labor market to heal. So far, the economy has recouped 13.9 million, or 62% of the 22.4 million jobs lost in the crisis. Elaine Mag, a principal research associate at the Urban Institute, has said, "We need to look at the economy as a whole regarding whether there needs to be another round of direct payments. Are we recovered? Are people still hurting? There's some evidence that we are not out of the woods yet." The Urban Brookings Tax Policy Center says in its analysis that the third round of economic impact payments from Biden's American Rescue Plan could reduce the number of people in poverty by 11.4 million. Economists say housing instability and food insecurity remain financial issues for millions of Americans. Another round of payments could lift an additional 6.6 to 7.3 million out of poverty, depending on whether the payment is restricted to citizens or made available to everyone. Elaine Mag also said, "There is a question in front of Congress about whether we should do anything else with additional stimulus payments. The bottom line is that we could further reduce poverty and could provide additional assistance with another round of these broad payments that smaller or more target measures just cannot do." But overall, it is very likely that President Joe Biden will decide to include another round of stimulus checks in his new infrastructure plan. So everyone, that is the end of the video for now. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll do my very best to answer any of those questions that you may have. Please make sure to enter the $75 Amazon gift card giveaway by subscribing to my channel, liking and sharing this video, and leaving a comment below. Thank you everyone, and have a very, very blessed Thursday.